Hello, we're going to be working with Lesson 6. Lesson 6 covers circles. We're going to learn about circumference and area. In order to find circumference and area, we do need to understand the distance between the center of the circle to the outer parts of the circle. And also the distance between one side of the circle to the other side. So here we have the radius. The radius is the line segment drawn from the center of the circle to any point of the circle. So we go from the center into any point of the circle. Diameter is a line segment that goes through the center of the circle and has endpoints on both circles. So both sides of the circle. So we have one here all the way through the center to the other side of the circle. We need to have this pieces of information to be able to find our circumference and our area. Our circumference is the distance around the circle, the perimeter of the circle. The formulas that we use is circumference equals pi times the diameter, or we can use circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius. The reason we can use both of these is because diameter equals twice the radius. So it's just a substitute. To find the area is the amount of space inside the closed circle. So we're going to be measuring the inside of the circle with the formula pi times radius squared. So we have to find the radius and we square the radius and multiply that to the pi. We're going to be using it to be measured with squared units, such as squared centimeters. So let's work through some problems. Okay, so this example, I have a circle here that has a radius of 43 and 2/10 inches. So, all right, so what I need to understand that we were given the radius, 43 and 2/10, and we need to find out the circumference. All right, so the radius was given, so radius equals 43 and 2/10. So since I was given the radius, I can use the formula circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius. Now, pi is usually substituted with the values 3 and 1400, so 3.14. This is just an approximate. So that's why we see these little squiggly signs. So we're going to go ahead and substitute each of these little values. 2, we're going to bring down the 2, and then we're going to multiply it to the pi. We're going to substitute it with 3 and 1400ths, and then we're going to bring down the substitute for radius. Radius was given at 43 and 2/10, so we're just going to substitute it and bring it on in. Now, we're going to be multiplying these values together. So when we multiply 2 times 3.14 and 43 and 2/10, we get approximately 271 and 3/10, 30 hundredths inches. On our next example, we have a circle that has a diameter of 84 and 6/10 inches. So we have our diameter of 84 and 0.6 inches. What is the approximate area? So we're going to be using the area formula. So we were given the diameter. The diameter equals 84 and 6/10. Our formula that we're going to be using is area equals pi r squared. We don't have a diameter in this formula, so we're going to have to find the radius. In order to find the radius, we know that it is half of the diameter. The radius now is from the center to the outer edge. So we just need to take half of 84 and 6/10. The radius gives us 42 and 3/10. So now we're going to substitute. We have our pi. We're going to substitute with 3 and 1400ths, and then we're going to square the radius. The radius is 42 and 3/10, and we're going to square that. Once we do that, we're going to multiply that all together. Now, when we're taking 42 and 3/10 squared, that is the same thing as taking 42 and 3/10 times 42 and 3/10. So that's what it means with that little square. It's not the same as multiplying it by 2. So the approximate area is going to be 5,618 and 37 hundredth inches squared.